I decided to come out and just video just a few of the flowers that are around. These guys come up every year. I don't even know. I think the previous owner of this property probably planted them. They're very pretty. They have a very sweet fragrance, but it's not just real strong. And yuccas are blooming like crazy. They're pretty tall. Of course, there's lots of weeds around here too. I like these little guys, and they're pretty cute. But there's a lot of them, and they are considered just a weed. This is called Daisy Fleabane. I don't know if it's going to focus a minute. Maybe it'll focus. Okay, and this is a yucca not a yucca plant, a mullein plant. You've probably seen them in fields or in the roadside ditches and stuff. This one is a second-year plant. I didn't even know it was out here. And it's sending up its flower spike, and it'll probably be about, let me get that in there. There it is, about 4 feet tall when it's through, and it'll have pretty little yellow blooms on it. Okay, right here is my rosemary. It's really getting big. Right next to it is lemon balm, one of my favorite herbs. We use it in cooking fish and cooking chicken and cooking pork. And right here is just a little herb bed I've got out here. This in the front is chocolate mint, and it smells awesome. Right here in the middle is oregano, and it's probably 3 feet tall now, and I need to cut it and get it drying along with the mint. Over here on this side is peppermint. And then in this little pot in here with some little tiny blooms on it is some thyme. And there's the sage. The sage is not looking real great. I don't know if it doesn't like that pot or it just needs more nourishment in there. This is butterfly weed. It's a kind of milkweed. Monarch butterflies love this. I dug it up from the ditch across the road. Didn't think it would live. It really wilted down and died back. But it did live, and now it's just about to bloom, and I can hardly wait. And here's some more of the yucca. The ants love these flowers. They're very sugary sweet. This is one of the seed pods, and it's just now time to actually cut these, harvest them, cut them up, and you can fry them like okra. This whole plant is useful. The stem can be used as a spindle for fire building if you know how to do that. The leaves can be stripped up and made into cordage. What you can't see is the root, of course, under the ground, which is also good for... Okay, sorry about that abrupt stop, but I ran out of space on my card and had to go and upload and delete some things off the card. But anyway, I was talking about the root that you cannot see under the ground is can be eaten. Also, it can be, you can just pound it up like crazy as you peel it and make shampoo out of it. It actually suds up. This is a yucca with honeysuckle all over it. And there's actually, believe it or not, under all this honeysuckle, there is a really big yucca plant. But the honeysuckle is pretty much taken over. So, and you can see how heavy this yucca stem fell completely over because it was so heavy with the blooms. A lot of them do that out here. They don't just grow straight up. They'll fall over. How about a little apple tree that never did make apples? These little flowers, I think I've showed them to you before. These little purple ones are called Venus Looking Glass. I really like them. And over here, more yucca. We are just surrounded with yucca here, and I don't mind a bit. I just let it grow, and I really wouldn't mind having a whole lot more in this row. Make that whole front part like a yucca fence. Over here are my daylilies. I planted these about 2 years ago. They are really, really doing well. I just love, I think I've said before many times, I love daylilies. I love them because they just love to bloom, and they love to grow, and you don't have to really help them along at all. I've got some prickly pear cactus over here. It may be too shady for it because it has never bloomed or produced any fruit. But we have occasionally taken these young pads and cleaned them up. You can slice them up and stir fry them, and they're pretty good. I noticed today while I was out, something really big had dug a hole under here. I don't know what it is, if there's a rabbit under there or an armadillo, but it's a really big hole. Hey babies. Hey babies. Hello. You've already been fed. Everything's fine. And I've got another little daylily over here. These little yellow ones like this are called Stelladora. And you probably see them along outside businesses and stuff like that. They grow really well, and they're very low maintenance. And they'll spread and divide themselves all through the year. And these tall, grassy things are starting to get their seed heads. And I don't know what they are. I just think they're pretty. So I've always just left them. And my poor grapevines.